It's been 6 months since I posted more complaints with the 2022 to 2025 Lexus NX according to owners. And in this 6 months, there's been a lot of complaints that's been added. So in this video, I'm going to go and dig deep into the complaints and see how many are there. Let's get to it. In part 4 of this video, we actually counted 29 complaints. And in this video, we'll try to now start summarizing them because some of them are repeated. And with that being said, there is still a significant amount of complaints, and they're quite unique as well. One feedback from previous videos was that people didn't have the patience to go through every single one. So they just wanted a list of all the issues. One thing that you would notice that I only have up to number 38. The reason why is when I built the video, it was getting too long. So I decided to split this into 2 different videos. So that's why numbers are not counted all the way to the bottom. So the next video, you'll probably see the rest. If you want to see more, pause and then you can read the stream. So let's start with issue number 30. A viewer reporting that their interior light switch was not working. So when they pressed the button, what happened was the light turned on. But after that, they tried to press the button again and it will not turn off. I've heard people saying that the button will not come back down, so they had to use tape to pull it back down, and this seemed to be an issue in earlier NXs. Recently, I haven't heard anybody complaining about this anymore, and probably they fixed this problem and there's no longer an issue. But if you have experienced something like this before, do leave in the comments below. So number 31 to 33, so 3 incidents. So these 3 incidents are related, and it's related to either a moonroof, sunroof being exploded. But again, this is not the first time we've seen this. Issue number 14 was a panel roof being shattered. So in total, we're seeing 4 instances of the sunroof, moonroof, or panel roof exploding. So let's look into the details of these 3. So on February 9th, on an NX 450H Plus 2024 model year, but then I don't think this is an NX 450H Plus because the VIN number starts with a 2T, which means it's Cambridge, Ontario made, and based on the VIN decoding, it looks like it's an NX 350. And it's a premium. So that's what we know from the VIN number. And let's look at what they're complaining about. The sunroof exploded while I was driving on the highway out of nowhere. And that's all they said. So this is in Orlando, Florida. Let's look at the next one. So the next one is another 2024 NX 350, April 11th, 2024 when this occurred. Driving on local road, no car on the road, no underpass, and the sunroof exploded. All windows were closed and the sunroof was closed as well. So another 2T, which means it's made in Canada, and it's also another NX 350 premium vehicle. So the next one here is a 2023, and they say it's an NX 350, but it's a JTJ, which means it's Japan made. So I decoded the VIN number and it shows it's actually an NX 450H Plus. And this was actually a 2023, but incident occurred July 2024 in San Diego, California. So what it says? So it says that on July 19th, 2024, driving home from work, the sunroof glass exploded. Nothing hit the glass from inside or outside. One can see that the glass bowing upwards. I drove to the dealership the same day and contacted Lexus corporate. A week later, they informed me that it's not covered under warranty and I should submit an insurance claim. Unfortunate, because they could say that it got hit by a rock and you just didn't hear of it. It could happen at the same time and it shattered. Very hard to argue in unless you have a dashcam showing that there were no rocks at the time it actually exploded. But one thing that you notice here is also there were 2 incidents that were made in Canada, but this one's made in Japan. So it's like Japan-made vehicles are not immune from having these issues. So complaint number 34, no headlight cleaner. They're complaining about that this vehicle has the standard headlights. So I think it's the bi-LED headlights, and they're saying that there's no headlight cleaners included. Living in Colorado, when it snows, the front end of the car attracts snow to a point where all safety features shut down and the headlights packed with snow so bad you cannot drive the car at night. You cannot see the road and other drivers flashing their headlights telling you that the lights are not on, even though they are. Only solution is to pull over in a storm and brush the snow off the headlights. That lasts about 5 miles. This is a severe safety issue which Lexus should have recalled to add headlight washers as part of the standard headlights. So when you bought the vehicle, it actually tells you what is included and what's not. Definitely it's not, right? So I'm not sure why we're complaining that this is not standard. There's tons of vehicles on the market where there are no headlight washers. So I'm not sure if this is something that is legit. What do you guys think? Leave in the comments below. What do you think? Like, when you purchase the vehicle, you would have known that there's no headlight washers, right? This is a 2024 NX 350H. So based on the VIN number, it's a 350H that's made in Japan. So it wouldn't matter, and I don't think this is really like an issue, but this is more like when the person purchased the vehicle, if headlight washers were critical, they should have actually went to a higher grade. Unfortunately, not all models, all brands come with everything fully equipped. You would actually have to choose what's your priority, and if this is a priority, then maybe you could have got a higher trim that included the triple beams and included the headlight washer. Follow me on Instagram at LSFT Videos. You can see updates on my experience with the NX 450H Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can reach out to me via direct messaging if you have any questions on your Lexus. If you like this video, you can provide me feedback in the comments below, like this video, share it with your friends. This definitely will help with the YouTube algorithms. Press the subscribe button and bell icon and get notified when new videos show up. And lastly, if you want to support me further, you can provide me a super thanks, or visit my Amazon storefront before you purchase anything from Amazon, and or you can purchase products from the list on the items that I've been using with my vehicle or at home at no extra cost to you. And now let's continue with the video. So the next one is related to a car accident. So I was in the car accident on the freeway. I had just got onto the freeway, so I couldn't have been going that fast. The brakes on the Lexus NX XXX, to say the least. Also, the collision sensors and warnings were useless. The warning light and sound didn't go off until I was basically rear-ending the other vehicle. I had a different 10-year-old car. I'm assuming that one did better. 2014 would start to pump air and brake itself even when the car sensors believe it was close to a car and I wasn't braking. This 2024 Lexus didn't brake nor warn me in time. When I did notice the car in the front of me had come to a complete stop, I immediately hit the brakes, but the car was still sliding forward. The sliding motion happened once before when I made a U-turn and had to stop because of a line going into a shopping center. Luckily that time I had more space and lower speed and more time to react. So this is a J2J, it's a Japan-made NX 350, this is the 350H. And unfortunately, it's not that easy to figure out what the problem is. I don't know if Lexus Corporate would take this car and do more investigations on why it didn't beep or whatever happened, but I've seen personally for myself, it is actually reacting quite well. But again, we cannot rely on these systems. We also have to pay our own attention. Not saying that the owner did not pay attention, but accidents are accidents. The goal of these systems are to prevent you from having accidents, but they are not 100% perfect. One thing to remind people, pre-collision warning happens when you're driving about 3 to 110 miles per hour, and the braking is different, okay? So the pre-collision brake assist is from 20 miles per hour to 110 miles per hour. But then pre-collision braking is from 3 to 110 miles per hour. So there are different speeds that will cause the pre-collision to do whatever actions. You have to make sure that all the systems are turned on and you did not turn them off yourself as well. Very unfortunate. This is the first time I've seen something like this has been reported, and hopefully there were no injuries or anything in this accident. 36. Puddle light fire. The driver's side door light at the bottom of the door sparked, and then the door went up in flames. At that point, the electricity of the car ceased to work, and the car is available for inspection at the dealership where we had it towed. If the door was closed and there was someone in the car when it happened, then they would have gotten burnt or worse. Our insurance company is investigating, and Lexus has been taking their time and helpful in this matter. Fire department checked out the car at the time and said that the wires in the door were very hot after putting out the fire. There's no symptoms and the warnings prior to it happening. Well, if there was a fire, then I'm assuming that yes, the wires would be very hot for sure. It feels like there's a short circuit somewhere, and we're looking at a Cambridge, Ontario made NX, and it's an NX 350H according to the VIN number. So luckily, nobody actually had any injuries, but definitely a burnt door for sure. But probably more damage, and hopefully they found out the reason why. Most likely a short circuit or a bad LED light. So number 37, unintended acceleration. So right now you can see I have 2 incidents here, and there's one prior in the previous videos, so total 3. So let's look at the first one on the left. The contact owns a 2024 Lexus NX 350H, and they're saying that the contact stated that while driving at an undisclosed speed and parking the vehicle in a residential garage, the vehicle independently accelerated. The contact stated that the vehicle crashed into the wall and the beam was damaged. In addition, the dryer and the door was damaged. So I'm assuming there's a dryer in front. The contact stated the failure had previously occurred and the vehicle was towed to the Lexus body shop on January 26, 2024, and the vehicle was not diagnosed on repaired by an independent mechanic or dealer. The manufacturer was not made aware of the failure, and the failure mileage was about 2,800 miles. On the right side, a 2023 NX 450H Plus, and they're saying that the contact was pulling into a parking spot and the vehicle unintendedly accelerated. The contact stated that the vehicle was several inches away from crashing into another vehicle before the contact was able to bring the vehicle to a complete stop. The vehicle was not diagnosed or repaired by an independent mechanic or dealer. The manufacturer was not made aware of the failure, and the mileage is about 11,000 miles. This one is really hard, okay? A few things. One thing is the person thought that they pressed on the brakes, but maybe they didn't. Or maybe the car did go and did an unintended acceleration. Remember back in the days where Toyota had issues with the brakes and with 2 of these mats? That's why they only have 1 mat on the driver's side. This one is really hard to argue, but again, when you look at it, yes, there were 2 Japan-made vehicles. One is an NX 350H and one is the 450H Plus, and having unintended acceleration. That is what the complaint is. I hope that you enjoyed this format of how these complaints are talked about. And when you look at it, we've covered a lot more issues this time, and because some of them are duplicated. What do you think? Do you think these are valid complaints? And are you experiencing different complaints? Let me know in comments below if you have other complaints that are not listed. I hope that you found that this video was informative, and until next video, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.